Similarities from push to pass to DRS is most likely that push to pass we can use where we want on the track, where DRS is on a designated straight. The difference between the two in terms of, let's say, power, I wouldn't really say is much different. I would maybe say the push to pass is a bit more effective. But yeah, I guess we'll see at the race. Expectations for myself or expectations for the weekend, I think is pretty similar. I'll never say I raced to finish last, but for me it's also quite difficult to put a target on the table, because I haven't raced in this car. I've done a day of testing and I've done plenty of laps, but I haven't seen the red tires. I've only raced on the blacks, or driven on the blacks. But I think the whole racing culture over here is fairly different to what I'm used to. But for me, it's going out there and enjoying what I'm doing, driving and racing against new people. I would say I can use that for my benefit, that they don't know me. I don't know them either, but at least I've had the extra help of watching the race at Nashville and previous races this year. So I'm looking forward to get on track, but I'm always here to do my best. New challenges in IndyCar, I think, will be tires. Pit stops I'm fairly used to with F2. We don't do refueling though, so I think to get used to that will maybe take some time, even though that it's done doing changing tires, so I don't think it'll make the biggest difference. Rolling start will definitely be something new. Well, what I thought of the IndyCar test, I think it's a nice car to drive. It has the characteristics of an F2 and an F1 car at the same time. I've driven some pretty fast and cool cars, but this is definitely one of them. I think the car in general is very close to the F2 car. I think the power and the weight is fairly close to each other. So that made it easier for me, to just jump into the car, but the tires are so different. It's definitely something to get used to, but it'll come.